Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Joanne Bartell's 1,000 subscriber celebration. Yeah, we all want to congratulate Joanne, and she said you could scrap lift her or do whatever you wanted. I decided to go ahead and scrap lift her. And this is the layout. I picked a scrap lift, and she used Maggie Holmes. I will be using some Echo Park, um, an Easter one. Well, more than one Easter one. I'm going to pull from several. All my Easters mixed in there together. I'm going to use those two die sets, and I think I'm going to end up pulling another one. And I thought maybe I'd use those stickers. I didn't. I will use a couple of those stickers. And hers has a border at the top and bottom, that dark blue gingham, and I'm going to use plaid instead. I also thought I'd use a border punch, but when I went to pull it out, I ended up pulling two out. So I am using two on my layout. Here I'm just trying to figure out how wide to make that one so that my pictures can fit in the center. I am putting the scalloped one on top, and I picked it because it's got little ovals in it, and they kinda remind me of Easter eggs. And then the bottom one, I used the grass. Yeah, I think they're both Fiskars, and I used the grass one on the bottom. And she had a couple of layers behind her photo, so I thought I'd do a couple of layers too. And she had the gingham behind them also. Well, I didn't have enough of that other paper to put them behind all six little squares, rectangles. They're not squares. So I just went ahead and got something else. I'm fussy cutting out eggs for my layout. I cut all the smallest ones out of that paper. So I only have 5. I would like to have more. I thought about using those stickers, but they had glitter on them, and I just couldn't talk myself into it. My title's going to be "And the Hunt is On," and I use those Tim Holtz ones that have extra letters, so you can just make the whole title at one time. And when I went to put it on that plaid looking, isn't that the prettiest paper? Plaid looking pink and teal and yellow paper. I thought the letters was getting a little bit lost, so I decided to put solid behind it. Well, I used a Spellbinders die so that I could have a cute little frame, and it shows up really good in person, but it does not look like it's showing up very well on the video. Um, that's my reindeer die, and that's the one that goes with another set. It's like an add-on. But when I was going through Spellbinders clearance, I think it was before Christmas. I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was Black Friday. Uh, that deer-shaped face caught my eye, and the first thing I thought of that I could do with it, well, I thought of several, was a baby chick. So that's what I'm making today. I turned it upside down so the point would be on the top. And then those two little things sticking up, they're the tops of the hoofs. I think they could also be used as tops of boots. Well, that's what I used them for anyway. And I thought I'd use it for the little feathers sticking up there on the top. And that die has two places for eyes. So I used a dark blue. I didn't use black. A navy blue for the eyes, and just nestled them in the little spots that is debossed there. And I previously had cut a little triangle while I had when I cut the antlers out, I cut them out in orange for the feet. And when I cut them out, I just cut a corner off the scrap that I used for the beak. And so it's just a little triangle. And I showed the butterflies, so if you didn't have this die set, you could always use butterflies. But I used the ears on that die set for the wings. And that's it. That's my little chick. And it's going to sit there for a while by itself because I couldn't figure out what to do next. Always go on to something else when you can't figure out what you want to do next. And of course, by the time you get the things done that you know what you're going to do and still haven't figured it out, you walk away. At least that's what I do. Um, I'm putting foam tape behind the top part of the eggs, not the bottom. I put liquid adhesive on the bottom and tucked it into the grass. And there was this sticker with a plaid, and I decided to go ahead and add it to the top. It was pretty white, and I thought about leaving it white, but I really wanted a little more color up there, and I considered cutting out a strip of paper, but I remembered the sticker and I added that up there instead. I did use a piece of ephemera and I did not cut it out. It wasn't cut out that way to start with, but I wanted to show up better on that plaid paper, so I did make a layer behind it in the teal. And thinking about my little chick, I thought, well, I could cut some grass out of the plaid for it. And then I thought, well, I don't need very much for that little teeny tiny rectangle place. So I used the scraps left over from the other stuff I've been making and made some grass. And I'm just going to kind of nestle his feet down in there. And but I am putting foam tape on the top. I am putting a little liquid glue on the feet so that they'll kind of tuck better. But yeah, those are the antlers. If you don't look at them too close, you probably won't notice they're antlers. At least that's my plan. That banner there, it says an excellent Easter. I made them a long time ago. I was making a mini album for Easter, and I didn't have enough Easter stuff. So I typed up a bunch of phrases on my computer and cut them out. And that's one of them. And so I just made it to fit there, but it is not going to stay there. It's not going to make it through the entire layout. It is going to be moved. I am just highlighting the little guy with my white gel pen, and I won't remember where I put it. And I'll be wanting it again. So you will see a different one the next time around. This one is a gel pen, and the other one is a Sigmo pen. I think it's gel too, but I'm not 100% sure. I went ahead and cut out two of the Pink Fresh Studio uh, branch branches in the same teal color, and I'm just cutting it apart and putting it around the layout. And I think I used the entire two branches before I get done. I did ink the edges and tips of the leaves with what was it? Peacock feathers. My mind went blank. I knew it was peacock feathers, but I went blank anyway. I thought I'd make the one with by the chick just a little bit longer, and so that it looks like it's kind of stepping through the vines and give him something to do. That was my EK success punch. It was there fast because I could just show the beginning and the ending of punching those out. I'm going to ink them all in wild honey. And then I punched out with my 1/8 inch punch some of the paper left over from that I used for the feet and the beak, where I cut that little scrap out of. And I'm making the centers on here. And I am just going to kind of scatter them throughout the page. And I think I'm really getting close to getting done. I think that's one of the last things I do on it. So while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down there below are links to everybody else that are helping Joanne celebrate today. So make sure you go to her channel, and hers should be first on the list. And you could have gone there, I guess, instead of watching mine, but you wouldn't know about the hop. But go to her channel, and then everybody will be down there below. And there's quite a few on this list. So you will have loads of fun helping Joanne celebrate. But go over there, give her some love, and everybody else too. I cut this one just a little long, and it's a tiny bit bare. But I'm going to cover that spot up with flowers. And then I'm going to have one little piece left. And of course, I'm thinking, oh, I don't want one little piece laying here. It'll be just getting tossed around from here to there. And since I had one more flower, I'm going to put it in the right hand corner. And then I'll glance back over at the title and still think I need to do something else with that. And I did consider putting another color behind it, but I didn't. So I'm gonna try to add these clouds first. And there was two stickers, and I just layered one on top of the other, and I'm putting some foam tape under there. I'll put it up there and think, oh no, that's not gonna work either. So I will try to move it over there with the little chick. And that banner is stuck. It's stuck pretty good. I went to pull it up, and some paper was coming up with it. And I thought, boy, I really want those clouds there, but I don't want the banner anymore. And so I thought, well, maybe if I pull it up, it won't be any more than I can cover up. And I was very lucky. Yeah, it barely covered it all, but the clouds ended up there, and you don't get to see my torn paper. And I tried to put my banner there in the center. It didn't work, so it went in the bottom right, of course. Y'all seen how quickly I moved it down. And so I just took my white Sigmo pen and did faux stitching around the edge of it, and that's it. I am done with my layout. And quicker than the last one y'all watched. No, it was the one before that was so long. Well, it was quicker than the last one too, but the one before was the one that was extremely long. But this is my little grandson Malachi, and this was on Easter. And I have more photos, but this is the one where he's actually hunting the eggs. So, and the hunt is on, and I thought about putting that one there in the center, but then his arm's sticking out, and I thought, is he pointing off the page? So I thought, I'll put him in the center. That kind of looks like he's pointing at himself over there. And then, of course, the top one looks like he's looking down at himself doing the other two movements. But yeah, I had a little bit of hard time deciding where to put the pictures. But there's my chick, and with these funny antler feet. And there's the title. And yeah, I really appreciate all of you watching my video. Thank you so very much. And if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. Have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. Bye.